Some DC actors are worshipped like legends, while others face backlash, controversy, or relentless criticism from fans who never fully embrace them. In a universe built on icons, Batman, Superman, the Joker, opinions become louder, sharper, and far more divided. Today we're exploring the most loved and most hated male actors in the DC world, and why these extremes exist. Loved, Henry Cavill, the Superman fans refuse to let go. Few actors have ever commanded fan loyalty like Henry Cavill. He didn't just play Superman, he embodied him. The hope, the power, the quiet loneliness, the internal pressure of being the world's symbol. Cavill delivered a modern, emotional, deeply human Clark Kent, and fans instantly crowned him their Superman for life. Even after DC recast him, the internet still mourns the loss. Cavill's exit became one of the biggest controversies in comic book history, with many calling it the worst decision DC ever made. Fans didn't simply love his performance, they loved him. His humility, his work ethic, his kindness toward fans, his genuine passion for the character. Cavill remains one of the most loved men in the entire superhero genre.
Yeah, for the movie, but generally sort of off movies, I tend to be off season, and
Hated, Jesse Eisenberg, a Lex Luthor fans didn't want. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor became one of the most divisive casting decisions in DC's modern era. Instead of the calm, calculated, ruthless mastermind fans expected, Eisenberg delivered a hyperactive, eccentric, almost chaotic version of Luthor that many felt didn't fit the tone. Some critics praised his boldness, but the fan reaction was brutal. Many claimed he felt miscast from the start. Too young, too twitchy, too quirky. And the Jolly Rancher scene only fueled the fire, turning Eisenberg's Luthor into a meme rather than a threat. He's not hated as a person, but as a version of Lex Luthor, he remains one of DC's most rejected interpretations.
Freeman? Who are you? Yeah. Freeman? Yeah. What, are you on a baseball team with him?
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Okay.
Loved, Jason Momoa, the king of cool. Jason Momoa reinvented Aquaman from a long-running joke into one of DC's most charismatic heroes. Fans embraced him instantly because he didn't pretend to be anything other than himself. Raw, fun, loud, relaxed, and endlessly energetic. He brought a surfer warrior vibe to Arthur Curry that made the character feel genuine, modern, and powerful. Off-screen, Momoa is equally beloved. Playful with fans, warm in interviews, respectful to crews, and deeply passionate about Hawaiian culture and family. Whether or not Aquaman movies continue, Momoa's legacy is sealed. He's one of the few actors who changed the public perception of a superhero forever.
That underwear is not going to find its way into the washing machine.
Oh my God.
Wife, right?
No.
Right?
For me, it's my wife yelling at me, "Husband, your socks don't live on the floor there." Yeah, that's it.
I'm like, you know what? We're married. You're with me for life.
Hated, Jared Leto, the Joker fans never accepted. When Jared Leto landed the role of the Joker after Heath Ledger's now legendary performance, expectations were beyond high. But what followed became one of the most controversial castings in comic book history. Fans didn't hate Leto because he lacked talent. He's an Oscar-winning actor. They hated the direction, the aesthetic, the bizarre tattoos, the damaged forehead, the neon gangster persona, and the behind-the-scenes stories didn't help. From sending rats to co-stars to allegedly staying in character in uncomfortable ways, the narrative around Leto's Joker grew uglier by the day. Even though his performance had moments of brilliance, the damage was done. Leto became the most disliked male actor in the DC universe, not hated in real life, but deeply rejected as a Joker who never matched the mythos.
Yeah, I had one that I knew wasn't right. It was kind of like,
Loved, Christian Bale, the man who defined Batman for a generation. Before the DC universe became a cinematic universe, Christian Bale created a Batman so grounded, so primal, and so psychologically rich that he elevated superhero films into prestige cinema. Fans admire Bale for the seriousness he brought to the role, the physical transformation, the emotional depth, the willingness to treat Bruce Wayne like a tragic figure instead of a comic book caricature. Even today, many fans still argue that Bale is the greatest Batman ever put on screen. What makes him loved isn't just the portrayal, it's the respect. Bale delivered a Batman who felt human, tormented, and believable, a hero with limits and wounds. And in a world full of flashy Caped Crusaders, Bale's grounded realism remains unforgettable.
Good for him, just make it his own, don't listen to the naysayers at all. Think about it, everybody protested when Heath was cast as the Joker. Look what an absolutely brilliant performance he gave. Don't listen to those guys. Do his own thing. He's a fascinating actor. He's a great choice.
Hated. Ezra Miller, a star who fell hard. Ezra Miller's Flash was once a fan favorite. Quirky, fast-talking, and comedic, they brought youthful energy to the Justice League. But the off-screen controversies that began in 2020, ranging from allegations of assault to disturbing public incidents, completely destroyed their reputation. Ezra didn't become hated because fans disliked the Flash. They became hated because the real-world accusations overshadowed everything. Even people who admired their acting felt DC should cut ties long before the Flash movie released. There is no male DC actor more publicly damaged today than Ezra Miller. Their fall from rising star to Hollywood's most controversial figure remains one of the industry's wildest collapses.
How's it been so far?
Joyous. Yeah, really joyous. I've only been here for a day, but I must enjoy altitude sickness more than most other forms of sickness.
Loved, Gal Gadot's counterpart, but who is DC's most loved male beside Cavill? The answer, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck's Batman faced resistance before he ever stepped on screen, but something unexpected happened. Fans grew to love him. His older, broken, cynical Bruce Wayne became one of DC's most emotionally complex portrayals. Affleck didn't play Batman like a symbol. He played him like a man who'd lost too much, seen too much, and was desperately trying to hold the world together. Fans appreciated the intensity, the physicality, and the emotional exhaustion he brought to the role. Off-screen, Affleck earned sympathy and respect. His open honesty about addiction, divorce, and mental health made fans connect with him deeply. He became loved not just as Batman, but as a human being trying to find his own redemption.
I was hurt. I was less hurt than I would have been 10 years earlier. But I was hurt because I felt like, wait a minute, come on, what do I gotta do?
Hated. Ray Fisher? Not really. Michael Keaton? Absolutely not. So who else makes the hated list? The real answer, Topher Grace. But indirectly, Topher Grace isn't technically part of the DCU. He was part of Venom in Spider-Man 3, which is Marvel adjacent, not DC. So let's address a real DC figure that fans genuinely disliked, Courtney as Captain Boomerang. Courtney didn't face scandal, he didn't offend fans. The issue was simple. Most fans felt he was nothing special in a role that needed chaos, comedy, and sharp personality. Instead, his Boomerang became forgettable, wasted potential. He isn't hated as a person, but as a DC character, many viewers felt he never stood out, especially in a franchise built on big personalities.
What do Australians think of us right now?
Australians really like Canadians.
Loved. Zachary Levi, the pure-hearted hero fans can't resist. Zachary Levi's Shazam remains one of DC's brightest, most wholesome additions. Fans love Levi because he brings innocence, joy, humor, and heart to a role that depends on childlike charm. He never tries to be dark or edgy. He plays Shazam exactly as a kid-turned-superhero should, with excitement, wonder, and emotional sincerity. Off-screen, Levi is warm, approachable, and grateful for the role. Even when the franchise faced criticism, fans never blamed him. He's one of the most universally liked actors DC has ever cast.
Now, Shazam is an acronym. It's short for something. You know what it stands for?
Yeah, it's the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules.
We don't have all day. We gotta have it. We want to see.
The DC universe has produced icons and controversies in equal measure. Some actors rise into fan devotion, while others struggle with criticism, miscasting, or scandals. But that's what makes the DC fandom so passionate. Its heroes aren't just characters, they're symbols, and the actors behind them shape those symbols forever. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments who is your most loved and most hated male DC actor.